Well, hopefully I can get someone to come. Sweet, I can log in. So, yeah, hopefully someone will come and watch. Maybe tell me what I'm doing wrong. But ultimately, I need to be able to drop a student from a report. Let me go ahead and change the screen. Hopefully my computer doesn't die. I was smart, I'd write tests for this, but I haven't written any tests. I start writing update messages too. Basically, you need to be able to come to a report. The last one showing is the one that's open, and be able to remove any particular student from the report. Because the way the Department of Health wants this is if the student doesn't have any missing vaccines, and they're not too worried about it. Now, the idea of removing a student from the database is kind of up to them. So we'll see. I'm trying to think. Maybe I'll just write a few. We'll go with this reporting. It's a report viewing, so we'll remove student from report. Request student ID. If request method. Oh, let me change what I'm doing again. I don't have enough screen real estate for this. Okay, so I'm trying to write is I'm just making a simple confirmation. So we'll go student equals student. And for those that might not be familiar with Python or Django, what this is doing is this is querying the database to get this one student. Reports equals report dot objects dot filter student ID equals s.pk. Let's go look at Django docs real quick. Add, I don't want to add. There's a filter, which I just did. There's a set. Let's get all of them. I don't want to clear all of them. Let's see. Adding, removing. There we go. Okay, so then we'll go to, it's the dot last. Where did I put that? That's not where I put it. Report equals reports last. Yeah, that works. And then why does it have article set? Student dot report set dot remove report return response redirect reverse. Where I put complete at? Was it in report input? Sure was. report input complete, return render. If request.post else return login landing page. Now we'll go report viewing reports by date. Oh no, I named it date. You know why? Because I'm a dummy. Date. So let's go back to that. Student. Oh, whoops. I'm a dummy. Okay, we should be good now. Now let's create the view. I'm going to name it from.html. So if you ever watch this, anyone, I've created a base HTML that basically the main template for the entire site. And to just add to it, these next two lines are kind of important. But your view won't render anything. I don't want the header. I forget where I put the header at. So then we want to create a form action method equals post. And it seems that for all Django created HTML, if you do a form, you're going to have to do some cross-script referencing. So this line, the CSFR token, is kind of important. Let's make it H1. Style, text align, center. And from you want to remove student from report, and then we will have input button style. No, not style. What is it? Button type. It's going to be submit. We're going to make the class button primary. And in case you're wondering, or anybody's wondering, we're using Bootstrap for CSS. Yes. We'll make another button equals submit. We'll call it name. We're going to call it just kidding. Well, no, we're not going to call that. We're going to call that mistake, even though the name doesn't matter. No. Okay, so we got that. That's in. So what we need to do is go to our URLs and add one URL. Here's where the good bit of regex comes in, which might pose a security issue later on. And I can't quite figure out how to get around it just yet. Use dot remove student from report name equals what would be a good name? I don't know what would be a good name. Remove from report. That works. So then let's go back and so that's good. That's good. That's not the wait, is that the one I want? No, that's the one I want. Let's go ahead and add to the table header. Remove from report. I have to add right there. There. Button href equals URL report viewing remove from report from report student.id would help if I close that with the right thing. Remove. All right, so now that that's written, let's see how that responds. Did my server stop? Sure did. That's not cool. All right, let's try. Global name S is not defined. Where is there an S? Yes, global name S is not defined because I didn't name it S. Let's try this again. Let's reload. Hopefully the server doesn't crash again. There we go. So let's go ahead and remove Whitney Houston. Let's change that styling. Styling in a heartbeat or later. Well, maybe not. Let's change that. Facilities. Actually, yeah, let's do it like that. Yeah, because it puts it right in the middle. And then let's change that to URL. It's going to be report viewing. Oh no, it's going to be report input and confirm. Complete. Report viewing. Date. There we go. Yes. No, we can't do it that way. Probably can't do it that way. It needs to be there. Student has no attribute report set. Well, obviously that didn't work. Single name relationship instance. A1.publications.add. Okay. .add. .add. Which one has the many to many? The article has many to many. So now I'm going to go report.student set, not remove, student.pk. So if I go to view reports, Whitney Houston is gone, but she's still here. Sweet. Since I screwed up and I need to add her, make changes, she should be back on. She is not. Darn it. Well, at least the remove function's there. Okay. Got it, great, okay, and adding a second time is okay. So then, where's my update? Desktop report add or I don't know what we call it, rep. Because I got the last one. Let's see if that'll work. So we go to Whitney Houston. She's missing all 4 folios now. Actually, let's let it go ahead and refresh. Database, server. That's not right. What updated that? Maybe if we go rep.student.add s, maybe that'll work. See how that works. I'm going to have to revamp the database again, because ultimately these past reports shouldn't be updated, but Whitney Houston was updated. So if I go to student list, get Whitney Houston again, you know what? She's up to date on polio, and I make changes. Go to view report. That shouldn't drop. Whatever she was not having at that report period, she should still not be having on that report period. So I got to fix that at some point. And it's still not updating. Maybe I should see what database is saying. Oh man, I don't even know what Whitney Houston's. See what happens if I update him. So it looks like Babyface is good. So why is Whitney Houston not working? Whitney Houston is 39. So she's got 31 and 32. Put it up here. Report has no attribute student. Filter works. In an example, got that. Create an article. Gotta save it first. Associate the article. Got it. wonder if I change it to student set. Let's try that again. So let's go to student list. Whitney Houston. Overall polio, let me changes. Instances on database, default value is on database none. Django cannot add instance is on database, is on database. Cannot add default value is none on database. So do I need to go s.save, rep.save? Column date of birth cannot be null. Of course, column date of birth cannot be null. So we'll go like that. And we'll go to the end. We'll go like that. Everything's saved up until that point. I think. No, everything isn't. Maybe that's what the issue is. Just in case, we're going to s.save here as well. Kind of redundant. So we'll go to Whitney Houston, we'll add, we'll make changes, we'll view reports. Whitney Houston's been added. Oh my goodness. So we can do that now. Sweet. And I think I will stop the broadcast. Maybe set up a hangout again later. See if anybody wants to pair after the next stand-up. Aloha, people.